Matthias Gart. It's a German name, right? You see the light blue eyes, sort of boxy face. He's a German from Weihheim, German, Warsaw, Kentucky. Thinking he might be Blanchett ancestor. I'm not for sure. He's related somehow down the line. I already talked a little bit about Marie Waginger and Maximilian Damasco, the Bohemian, the Austrian, the Bavarian. It's fucking dickhead Mitch McConnell. Decrying flat wages. Mitch McConnell proposes lowering wages by 13 billion. He's won't vote for minimum wage hike, but he's giving himself a raise like 15 times. One of the most richest senators in American history. All right, so he's profiting handsomely, selling our country down the river to China and getting our country stuck in imperialistic wars. And really, I mean, Kentucky is like the shittiest state in the fucking union. So all the shitty, this fucking toilet bowl of a fucking state, comparatively speaking, right? We got, thank God for Mississippi. I'm glad they're fucking more racist and backwards and poorer and stupid and shittier than Kentucky, but we're usually mentioned in the same breath as them. This asshole represents the last 30 fucking years. He hasn't done shit for Kentucky. The poverty, the healthcare, the education. He's a fucking leech. He's a leech on the system. So fuck him. Of course, I would rather have Allison Lundergan Grimes, but she's not very progressive. It's a race to the bottom, and I don't like that she's not promising anything to us because I don't know where she stands on anything. She'll win her election, but I wish American politics was actually better than the race to the bottom. I love coal more. No, I love coal. Motherfuckers, you need to nationalize coal. Kentucky needs to own the coal and give us free electricity. You love coal that goddamn much, then fucking keep it, take it, and provide jobs for everybody and take all the profits. All the money that coal makes goes to Kentucky, goes to our school system, goes to running water. Letcher County is a coal producing county and they don't even have fucking running water. 60% of the people of Letcher County don't have running water and they're a coal producing county. They have produced billions and trillions in electricity for the world and they can't even provide water for their own. That's fucking ridiculous. It's because of the state. It's because of the fucking corporatists. It's because of these fucking big business people. Frankfurt, Mitch McConnell, these assholes, they've always sold out to the fucking corporations. They don't give a shit about coal or the workers. They care about the fucking rich people. So no unions, no good wages. They don't want anybody to be paid decent wages in the coal fucking mines. They only care about the fucking owners, the fucking coal operators, and making sure they can make as much money as they can. Well, unfortunately, the coal is too deep. We got a lot of coal still, but it's too deep to be profitable. And so the coal companies are leaving. It's becoming a dead, it's been dying for years. And it's also, there's pollution and shit, so you got to make sure you do that shit clean. But the state can do it better. The state should do it. The state should take it over for the people. It's a commonwealth. That's all of our wealth. That's all of our property. If you're poor and you're cold, take that fucking coal for yourself. That's your coal, okay? Take it off the fucking mountains. I've seen the Appalachian. I've seen the children of the mountains, and that's our coal. That is our coal. So electricity, if it's not free, it should be like fucking dirt cheap, and they should be investing in solar power and everything else. Kentucky should be leading in solar power and wind and water energy and alternative energies, out there because we're coal producing country, so we're state, so therefore we can invest in this stuff. So there's so many things that we could actually do if we had some good leadership, but we don't. We have a fucking piece of shit who's never going to do land reform, is never going to legalize marijuana. He's pro fucking war. He's an imperialistic fucking junkie, corporate fucking whore. He's no fucking good. Vote Allison Lundergan Grimes. She's way better than him. Here's pictures of some things in Germany. Maybe the German language. This is Monster Platt. So there's a Plattdeutsch language. There's also dialects of Plattdeutsch, which is its lower levels, Plattdeutsch. And then Munster is the city or region. So there's Westphalia, Westphalian, Plattdeutsch, Munster, Plattdeutsch, and then there's like another one too. So this is the Die Munsterlander, Curtin Best vor Vinegar as die Sprachen is Wichten, Kottergut, Wat Fliffen, Her Olin Wotmot. Okay. Another Mueller. looking awful Godfather-ish. This is a Gripshover. Forget which one it is. I think it says Jacob Gripshover's ancestor. I think it's I don't know. Maybe it's not Cecil. Joseph Ferdinand, maybe. I don't know. So, Olivia Gripshover is making YouTube videos with their friends. So, friends being stupid in the background. Peggy Gripshover says he prepares for the 5 p.m. news. So I guess in West Virginia at Marshall University, Peggy Gripshover is part of the news team. All right, it's a yearbook picture. So cool. You see her in action with the fancy old style microphone, headphones, raising hell, giving hell to the man. Henriette Delphine Rao. She's a very important person because she's born in the Bourbon Island. Bourbon Islands. Actually, that's probably easier to remember than Martinez. But I think it's Martinez now. I'm not even saying that right. There is no way. Martinez. So yeah, Bourbon Island, and then the Isle of France. So it's kind of the French island and the island of France. The island of France. So that's La Reunion, right, in Maritanus. They came from the sugar plantations of that colony off the coast of Madagascar, Africa. It's called La Reunion because after they chopped the heads off of Marie Antoinette and King Louis the 16th. They chopped that head off, brought the entire world into the modern age, and after they came out of the dark ages and brought into they had a reign of terror. But anyways, the ruling class were scared shitless, right? Oh my God, they just killed the king and queen. We've been kissing ass to these power-hungry, violent monarchs for a long-ass time, and now they are dead. They have no authority, so what are we going to do? And a lot of them did a lot of different things. In Guadalupe, they actually got the British to invade them, and so they switched sides, right? All fucking, allegiance to their fucking king and God and whatever, but the British were occupying Guadalupe, and they did that so that way they could keep their fucking sugar plantations. They created an independent government. That's how pro-slavery they were. They were going, no, well, you're not going to take away our sugar plantations. I don't care if the French Revolution did make fucking slavery illegal in the colonies. We're not going to implement them out here. But if the colonies heard about it, like in Haiti, then the slaves are going to jump up and say, fuck you, we ain't going to go down without a fight. But in Guadalupe, they did go down. They went down pretty hard and stayed slaves for like 50-something years. But that's what scared Haiti. They had heard about what the fuck was going on in Guadalupe. The French were there trying to use violence in order to reinstate slavery. So, the Haitians were free. And then Poor Toussaint Louverture, the Haitian slave that rebelled against the French, he absolutely loved French culture and everything French, and wanted to show Napoleon how much he loved about French, everything. And Napoleon couldn't give a shit. And when he threw him in a fucking prison for him to rot and die, he's like, what do I give a shit about what some Negro thinks? Well, that Negro was the head of a revolution, a greater and better revolution than America's and French. The American Revolution inspired the French Revolution, inspired the Haitian Revolution. And the Haitian Revolution is a true revolution. It's the real revolution. It's when you have the people, the slaves, say fuck you to the masters. It's the colonized becoming the fucking, becoming free. And, to use violence, the same violence which keeps you repressed in order to liberate you, is logical and it makes sense. And they fought bloody battles for like 7 to 8 years, and eventually the Haitian people won. But not in Guadalupe, not where the Blanches were, not where, some of the Gripshover Blanchett ancestors were from. This is just fascinating stuff. So she comes from the Bourbon Island, which is Maritanus, right? That's right next door to La Reunion, and the Bourbon Island, is where she was born, but she eventually goes to New York. So that's where she lives, is in America. So I don't even know if she goes to Guadalupe. I think she might meet Hyacinth, HDL, HLD. I don't know, Hyacinth. So Hyacinth Blanchett, you know, the fucking big fucking tycoon Blanchett, right? Has all the kids and they meet them in America. So in New Jersey, I think that's where they first started. He also has some documentation in Canada. So they might have been trying to figure out if they're not going to have the islands and they're going to be in Canada, they're going to be in America, and then eventually they settle down somewhere. But then the Civil War happens, right? So this is all happened right before the Civil War, and then the Civil War outlaws slavery. And so now what the fuck are they going to do? Now they don't have any slaves. They might have lost all their property. There's war and bloodshed, you know, that took the slave owners out in America. So if they came here with their plantation and with their slaves, then they're going to be rudely interrupted in a couple of years. But you know, it's a different also lifestyle. So for about 100 years, they had a nice little fucking easy ride, right? Just sitting on the slaves and making all their slaves do the work while they fucking act all better and holier than thou and whip the fucking people and kill people and not give a shit. So that's Henriette Delphine Rowe. Right, this is more Rowe's. Richard Brueggemann, St. Louis, I think the bottom right with the crew cut. It looks like you might have light blue eyes, strong chiseled face with that flat top, right? Here's several Gripshovers from Germany, right? The one woman, I think it was Marion Gripshover I'd shown before. She's Warne an der Lippe. She's from North Rhine-Westphalia, Germany, so she is actually from the same area where our ancestors are from. So to assume that she would be, you know, related, I think, well, North Westphalian. So she's not, maybe not Mars Butchult, but she didn't leave their country. They still live. Louisa Gripshover still lives in North Rhine-Westphalia too. So Louisa Gripshover, Marion Gripshover, they never left. They also spell their name, you know, with the umlaut over it. Sabine Gripshover too. She says, it says she's from North Rhine-Westphalian, and she listens to Kings of Leon and David Guetta. Weird stuff. She's making the duck face, right? So she's picking up some of the American traits. Louisa, I saw Louisa actually making out with a woman too, so I think she might be lesbian or just, you know, bisexual. A very loving female friend for other females, if she's not a lesbian. You know. So here's her with the horse. There's, you know, we're farmers, right? Dirt farmers, Catholic dirt farmers. I think Gripshover is actually named for the dirt, the farm of where it came from. Catholic dirt farmers. Those are kind of the two biggest traditions that the Gripshovers bring with them: Catholicism and farming. And so this is good. I mean, I've seen a Gripshover actually part of a jockey, and he was racing horses, and he seems real fancy. It seems real fancy, right? He's a jockey, and he's got all these people investing in him and giving money and whatnot. This is Samuel Clarence Gripshover playing with this kid, right? He's a good father. There's the strawberries that Theodore was picking in his hat, and I guess it looks like jeans that he's wearing, just kind of regular jeans. Here's some of the clothes that the Margaret, Bills, and Barney V were wearing. You know, vest, nice pinstripe suit. She's got frills on her dress, right? We'll cover up his balls. Little bow tie, flower. Got these little frills here. Here's Theodore, right? Before we saw just the strawberries and the hat, but we can actually see the whole sort of scene, right? He's on a hillside. I wonder if we could actually identify that hillside. Where is that hillside at? Look at those ridges. See where he actually, you know, where is he actually standing? What land is he at? But he's kind of looks like, hey, someone's taking my picture. Look at that. You know, I'm out working. I got this whole box of things here. I think they sold them for like 20 cents a basket, something like, golly, just picking pennies, really. But you know, they're picking pennies for their own land, I think. I don't know. Eventually, I think he gets. No, he dies. He dies 1906 or 01, 06. So that means he would have got land. So actually, yeah, he would have had. Supposedly, Anna Katharina divides the land evenly. So theoretically, he would have had a piece of the original Gripshover land. This is Theodore II. So even though Theodore I has an unlikely, untimely demise, he had a lot of progeny which carried on, and actually he looks stronger and more serious. They got the weird blue eye thing going on, but I think it's just a photo.